Guys, and welcome back to another video. This is gonna be a bit of a weird one because there's a lot of waffle in it. I've had a bit of a week. And as you can see, I'm having nail issues. Just ignore that. You haven't seen that, right? I did record an intro for this video, and I was showing you some like half finished resin stuff. I was also showing you, where is it? I thought I'd press record, and I apparently pressed record and then stopped it again after like a second. So the clip that I thought was going to be 5 minutes long was 1 second. But I was making this, which you will see what this is for in a minute. Well, actually, you probably won't. It's for the front of a money box, which I'm going to show you the second pour on in a moment. I poured it, it's been over 24 hours, and it's still very bendy. There's hardly any pressure doing that, to be honest. So I'm trying a different epoxy, which is this one, Fun Epoxy. I haven't used it before, so I'm going to see how it is. I'm going to pour another one of these, but I do it off camera anyway, so you wouldn't have seen it anyway, just to see if it's any harder than this. I had the same issue because it was the same resin with this, which is it's a phone stand. So you pop that through there, and then it sits like that, and you put your phone on it like that, and it stands like that. See? But this was poured 3 or 4 weeks ago now, and it's still quite flexible, as you can see. So it's shallow pours. They don't harden up properly. I have covered, I've done like a little floated layer on this with UV resin, and it's a little bit better. In fact, it's a lot better, but it's still not, I don't know. I'm going to do it on that and then give it some time and wait and see. But for the time being, I like these phone stands. They work really well, and they don't take up much more of a bigger footprint than your phone. But it means you can see your phone perfectly. And obviously they could be personalised and stuff, so it would be quite nice. But I'm not going to sell them until I fix this issue, because this is obviously just no good at all. So it's got to be solid. So that's why I'm going to try the new resin. I'm going to pour another one of these because it doesn't take up as much resin as that stand, and I will see how that cures and see if it's any better. There is probably these days different resins for deep pours and shallow pours, and there may be one that's specifically made for shallow pours that sets rock hard. So I'm going to look into that as well. Okay, enough intro waffle. Let's get on with the video. Like I said, there is a bit missing at the beginning, and it's going to kind of assume that you've seen stuff that you haven't, but we'll just have to deal with it because, you know, that's how I roll. See you in the next clip. Right, so I have the colours that I used last time. I'm going to try and get them around the same. I did put quite a lot of this pink in. I didn't think to, you know, note down my ratios or anything, because I didn't think that I would be doing another pour in this same colour. But it's probably a good idea to do that as a matter of course anyway. Look at this glitter. Oh, it's gorgeous. It's probably a little bit wasted in this because the pink ended up being a bit darker than I expected it to, but like I said, I'm trying to keep it the same, so it's got to be done. So if you can hear my dog scratching in the background, she is not in this room, but she is still scratching. I am slowly getting the flea situation under control, but it's not been an easy ride, I'll be honest. Yeah, it's been a bit strange trying to get these fleas under control. I've spent a fortune. The sort of old-fashioned flea powder that I mentioned
in another video, which actually I'm thinking now that that video might not have gone out yet because it's a collab, and I think it's due on a future day. Don't think there's enough of the pink in there. I don't know. So hard to tell. I'll put a little bit more in. That's more in, not more on. That's my phone going off. It's every time, isn't it? This is getting rather warm, and I do need to put a drop of glue in here. Only a very, very tiny amount, just to stop the glitter. God, I couldn't think of my words then. Just to stop the glitter from sinking. Right, this is getting really gloopy now, so I am going to pour it quickly. I might have put a little bit too much glue in there. Oh my word. Let's hope it will pour. Oh, that is gloopy. Let's hope it's going to work. It's like slime. Well, it's poured. Whether it's going to work, I don't know. I'm just going to grab some sort of other mould because I have a lot of this left. And let's just see if we can make something out of it before it goes off. The reaction of the glue on resin is quite phenomenal. It does turn it into slime, which I know this slime stuff that all the kids play about with all the time. I'm not quite sure why it has such a reaction so quickly. It's a little bizarre, but it does. And now it's everywhere, and it's all over here. It's just disgusting. It's disgusting. Look at it. It's proper gloopy. I need to try and get the air bubbles out of this mould. There's a lot of air bubbles here. How am I going to get this? I don't know whether you can even see it, but yeah, you can just about see it. I have a lot of air here, and I don't know how to get it out and get this stuff down there because everything's extremely sticky now. Wow, this is just bizarre. I don't think it's going to go in there. It's way too thick. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to give that up as a bad job because, yeah, that's just not pleasant and not working. This is horrible. Horrible, horrible, horrible to try and get off, even with alcohol. And now I don't have any more wipes, and I have no way of getting wipes because my resin is usually not this chaotic, I have to say. This is, again, it's a new thing. This glue situation is a new thing that I'm trying, and yeah, I'm gonna have to take this glove off and get some more wipes. Right, I'm going to put you on pause while I clean up because, wow, I can feel the heat of that. That is incredible. Anyway, I'm going to put you on pause and get cleaned up, and then I'll come back. Okay, I am back. I am nailless on 3 nails. Ignore that. I'm having a bad week, and yeah, I bit that one off last night, and that one was a false one, and that one was a false one, and they've pinged off because they've been on couple of weeks. Right, so there's a couple of things I wanted to mention. One, I did make this stand. You can see that there is some personalisation in there.
which I can do on almost anything. I mean, these tiny things would be a bit awkward. I could probably put a couple of letters on it maybe. But I've been using it, and I actually used it for the last collab that I did, which was, again, it's not out yet. Haha, I'm messing myself up because I'm doing things out of order. But yes, on the 11th, it will be released on the 11th, and it's round 7 of Nail Roulette with Miss T. If you don't know what that is or whatever, I will link Miss T's channel below. Go and check it out. It's a really good collab that happens. Is it every week? I don't even know now. I've got that many collabs and things and all sorts of going on that I'm losing the plot where, you know, when things are and how often they are and things like that. But what I wanted to say was I use these stands. Which are the plastic ones. Other than that one, that's the metal one because it's a dinky one for the little nail. And I used these, let me get them out, these sticky tabs that I got off Temu. I think they were off Temu, pretty sure. They were recommended. I can't remember I'm sorry about my phone. They were definitely off Temu because that's a Temu pack. And you can get them in 2 sizes, I think, because that says ordinary size on it. So I think you can either get a larger one, or a smaller one. I think it's probably a larger one. But yeah, they were recommended by someone. I got them off Temu. They were super cheap. My God, they're good. They're that good that when I went to pop the nails off these stands to put them in my little folder, one of them broke. Because the nail was on this top bit so well with those sticky tabs that when I pulled the nail, like tried to sort of peel it off like that, it just broke the end off my stand. So they are incredibly good for press-on nails if you don't want them to budge and you want to wear them for quite a long time. But not necessarily good for using on your stands because they're a bit too good. So I just thought I'd mention that. I just wanted to show you some of what I've been doing and also some stuff I have available for sale. This obviously is a nail stand. It's not perfect. These are all kind of practice pieces, so some of them are not perfect. I will try and sort of point out the flaws where I can. I think, yeah, there's some hair on this as well. But there is, I think there might be like a little scratch. Can you see just going up there? There might be an actual scratch on the mould, which is a little bit disappointing. But it's not that noticeable. You have to get it in the right light to even notice it. And there are a couple of bits here where, again, I think the mould wasn't particularly clean when I did it. But it's nice. It's a nice piece. And it has magnets, so it will come with the stands that conform to those magnets. A lot of them, the ones that have magnets, I will try and send stands with them. I am now using like little metal discs, which means any stand, any of one of these holders will go on it, so they won't be sold with the holders. But all of this stuff's going to be sold fairly cheap. Because it is practice pieces and some of them are not perfect. So if you fancy any of these, my email address is in the description. Just drop me a line and we'll have a chat. Or if you want anything making in specific colours or anything like that. Now these are a set of 5 nail stands. They're clear with red glitter in them. Again, it was probably stuff I was just using up after doing another pour, but they are quite nice. They do have the metal discs on them, so any stand will go on them. So there's a set of 5 in that colour. I also have a set of 5 in this colour, which is more of a sort of peachy colour.
Again, it's a clear resin, and then it's got this, it is actually sort of gold and red glitter in there, and there's some sequins, some holographic sequins with butterflies in. And again, quite cute. Again, cheap. Just sort of using up resin stuff. This is, it can be a trinket tray. You can see it's not perfect here, and I think there are possibly a couple of little, yeah, just, there's one there, I don't know whether you can be able to see it. There's a little kind of air bubble there, you can just see. If I tilt it that way, you can just see it's not perfect there. And there might be another couple here and there. I mean, it's not that bad. It's pearlescent white, and then there's kind of half blue, half purple as it goes round. There's some really nice glitters in there. Again, I can paint this black or any other colour for that matter, and the features if required, and it can be either a trinket tray as it stands, or you could put magnets in it like these ones, which I'll show you in a minute, and have it as a nail stand. Entirely up to you. I'm just going to pop those back in there. They are quite nice just as trinket trays, to be honest. So that's another one of those. Pop it. Oh, I have nowhere to put it. This is why I want to get rid of some stuff, because I've got nowhere to put anything. Now this one was, I think it was the first one I did. I have painted in the features and then put UV resin over the top of them, as well as this. The acrylic paint did bubble a little bit there, so there is a little bit of a sort of dimple there, but it's got UV resin over the top of it. Obviously you can see the magnets are wonky. My idea was to do kind of a sweep, but I didn't make it obvious enough, and it just looks like they're a bit wonky. These flowers are glow in the dark, and again, I'd just like it to go to a nice home, really, you know. And again, you can use it as a trinket tray, or these are magnets, but yeah, I suppose I could put stands in with it. You see what I mean? That one will go on there. The others are all the other way up, so the polarity has to be right on the magnets. So yeah, I will find magnets that will work on that, and stands, and I will send them with it. This one again has magnets in it. It's got 4 coming down in like an arch, and then one over here. Again, resined, painted, then resined. Again, there was a couple of little discrepancies on it here with the air bubbles. They have been filled in resin, but you can still see them. So, but again, it's a nice tray or a stand, and I can't hold things today apparently. I love this sort of pearly, bubbly finish thing. I think it's really cool. So that's it for the big one. Oh, apart from this one, which is, this stands upright like this in its own little holder. So this is the holder. Super pretty. And this is the nail stand or display board or whatever you want to use them for. Again, it's got magnets, so I will send it with uprights, holders, whatever you want to call them. But there's some lovely glitter in here, and there's some lovely charms in here. It is quite heavy, it is quite thick, but like I say, it goes on its own stand like that, and it's really nice. Can't believe no one snapped that one up yet, actually. I did a red one that's sold, the gothic one, in one of my previous videos, but that one is still sitting here waiting for its forever home. This is just a little, again, this was one of the first ones I poured. It's not perfect. I can paint the bow in if needed, I guess, but there's a lot of work, so it will put the price up because there's loads of little tiny dots that I'd have to go around with the paint. It's only got 3 magnets on it, but if you like Hello Kitty, it's nice. I could paint the features in, the eyes and the nose very easily, but the bow would incur another charge because that's fiddly and fuckety and fartabouty. This one, nice Chroma one. This is the one I wrecked the mould on, so there is little bits of the mould, you can see here, still attached to it. If you wanted to take the time, you could sand those off. I think there's some more on the top there, yeah, just a little bit, but it's perfectly usable as it is. This one
is perfect. This is also for sale. And I've done, I don't know whether you can see it, but I have done a pour over the top and kind of smoothed it. I mean, there's still a little bit of texture here, but it's basically smooth. It could be done on this one because at the moment these are quite deep little ridges. If you wanted it more smooth, I could do that with it as well. So yeah, I mean, you know, all the resin stuff. There's a little shaker bear as well. This is my first shaker. I meant to put a magnet on it before I did the dome on the top, but I forgot. So it's just a little ornament now, but I kind of like it. It's cute. It's cute. And it doesn't leak. It's really, I'm so impressed with myself for making a shaker that doesn't leak first, but I bet the next 10 leak. I also have other, you know, little nail stands and stuff. This is quite cute. I quite like that one. Little bee one with the honeycomb. Again, magnet in there. I have some little single ones like this, and I can make them in any colour or glitter or whatever that you want. And I also do these ones as well that are like the little crystals that you get these stands with. But again, I can do them in any colours and glitters and whatever you want. So yeah, hit me up if you're interested in any resin stuff, and I will endeavour to provide for your needs. Oh, I wanted to show you this as well. This is one that again, this is just a test piece. I've been messing about with it. It's quite heavy now because it's almost full. There's not much dish left, but I was testing different ideas. I love the flowers, how the flowers have worked out. I think they look really nice. I did put washers in here and then put rhinestones in the middle. And then put resin over the top of them, which resulted, as I thought it might do, in the rhinestones losing all the sparkle, all the facets. It just looked like I'd put a sequin in the middle of the washer. So I tried to use these, which are those, in fact, I'll just find one because it's going to be easier. Oh, maybe it won't. I don't know where I've put them. Where have I put them? There they are. It's these little things. You use them on bracelets. They're like spacer beads. So they've got little diamantes. Focus. Thank you. They've got little diamantes in them, and then they're made to sit with a bead on either side of it, but they are metal. So I thought I would give them a try for nail holders. Now they do work, but because they are raised, because obviously again I didn't want to cover them in resin because I would lose the sparkle of these ones around the edge. So they are sort of laid in on top of a very thin layer of resin, and because of that you can see that the stand is a little bit wobbly. I mean, it doesn't, you know, it doesn't come off, but I would suggest that, I mean, this would be fine if you just wanted to display nails for a photo or a video. It would be perfectly fine. They're not going to move. But if you're sort of taking them on and off and trying to paint on here, I don't think they're stable enough. I did also put these mosaic tiles around. They are glass. They are pink glass. And I think they look really good. There's one that's a little bit wonky there, and that is because there was an air bubble, which I filled with resin, and I forgot to sand it down before I put them on. But other than that, I think they look quite nice. However, you can feel the edges of the glass here. So I am going to try and sort of bevel them a little bit with my e-file, and then maybe put a layer of resin over the top as well. But I like the look of them. I think the effect is quite good. It's like a little disco ball. And I have these tiles in pink and in gold and in silver. And I think if I can make them work and make it not rough around the edge, then I think it'll be very effective. I mean, you could do the entire tray in them, like a disco ball tray. But these stickers as well, I have lots of different types of these. Well, they're not really stickers. Well, they are stickers, but they're not stickers. I don't know. But they're called PET and some of them are like sticky backed if you peel the backing off, and others aren't, and I don't know, but I bought a lot of these type of things, and there's butterflies, there's other butterflies like holographic butterflies, there is flowers in all sorts of shapes and colours, there's the ones I used. I have some bees, I have some nice koi fish, I have all sorts of stickers to put in resin and trays and things like that. These are a bit odd, they're like weird, but yeah, flowers and holographic sort of sun, moon, celestial thing. I also have these, which are, I don't know whether I can show you. Yeah, there's all sorts of stuff on there. They're sort of oriental themed in 4 different colours. They're really nice. And I also have, and these are stunning. I can't wait to use these. Look at these. How gorgeous are them? I mean, in a tray, come on. You know? I mean, some of them are a little bit big to go that way, but they could go that way. And how amazing would they look? Just stunning. And there is just some really, really nice ones in here. All sorts of stunning flowers and birds. I also have some more somewhere that are just like hummingbirds, and I have some more that are different types of butterflies and things like that. I went a bit mad because they're quite reasonable for the amount you get on a lot of them. I can't remember what I've done with the, I don't know, is that it? Yes, that's the sort of hummingbirds and butterflies and flowers and stuff. Oh yeah, and I do have a roll somewhere. I can't remember where it is with the butterflies. Not, yeah, butterflies. There's a roll with butterflies on it somewhere. I know there is. I don't know what I've done with it. Oh, the butterflies. But yeah, so there's all sorts of stuff that I'm looking forward to experimenting with resin. But I am running out of room in my room, so I could do with some of this out of the way. So do us a favour, come and buy me stuff. No, I'm kidding. But if you are interested in anything, or you want to have anything custom made or anything like that, then just give me a shout, and I will do my best. Or we'll have a, well, we can have a discussion anyway and see if I think I can do what you're asking. Because it's a bit like these, do you know these AI nails? I know I'm waffling a lot today, but I thought I'd just have a bit of a waffle. Oh, I love this tray as well. Look at it. It's just not coming up as well on camera as it should. There's some lovely like iridescent ribbon in there that's been cut to size. And the polystyrene balls just look so cool. It looks like it's quilted. I love it to bits. Is there anything else under here? No, I think that's it. Yeah, I was waffling. What was I waffling about? Okay, remind me what I was waffling about. Oh, look at my nails. I've got to get them done. Nope, it's gone. As happens a lot with me. I said I know I'm waffling a lot. What was I saying before I said I know I'm waffling a lot? Should I stop the video and go back and have a look? I have no idea. It can't have been that important, can it? You remember my mum saying that to you when you're like, oh, I've forgotten what I was saying, and they were like, my mum always used to say, well, it can't be that important then. And I was like, well, it was to me. Oh, anyway. Let me know how you're doing, guys. I do have an upcoming video that is going to be like I say, I've mentioned it before. Why am I telling you again? I don't know. Why am I waffling? I don't know. Okay, I'm going to shut up now, and I'm going to go and do my nails because they desperately need doing. So I will see you in the next one. Thank you so much for being here and listening to my inane waffle. on this video. I know there was a lot of it and there wasn't really that much interesting stuff, but I just wanted to show you what I've been up to. I am going to do a little bit more resin sort of, you know, proper, not a tutorial because I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Well, I mean, I did it a long time ago, but it's a learning curve for me again now because, you know, the resin's changed and things have changed. So what was I saying? I'm just having one of them days today. I can't remember things for more than like 2 seconds at a time. So yeah, not much content in here other than me inanely waffling on. But thank you for being here. If you would like, if you've made it this far, then you obviously like what I'm doing. God knows why. But don't forget to comment, like, subscribe. There should be a little square down in the bottom corner over here somewhere. And it's my logo. And if you click on that, at any point during any of my videos, it will subscribe you. Yeah, do all that good stuff. I am still slowly creeping my way towards the 500 mark. And when I do that, I'm going to do a mega giveaway. Can't think of anything else to say, so thanks a lot, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.